What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back with a video that is long overdue, and that is a Denver Nuggets offseason rebuild, because obviously this team just won a championship. I was kind of torn whether or not I wanted to do this video, but I finally made the decision that I'm gonna do it today. So let's go ahead and do a Denver Nuggets offseason rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells me that 63% of the people that are out there, or that watch my videos, I should say, aren't subscribed. So if you do fall into that 6%, want to change that, that'd be amazing. Also, before we go any further in the video, a happy Father's Day to all my fellow fathers out there. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. And I want to give a quick shout out to my wife that gave me one of the best Father's Day presents I ever could have asked for. If you guys ever heard of Impractical Jokers, I went to her live show last night and I was able to meet Myrrh. If you know, you know. I'll put a picture up, but just wanted to give a quick shout out and really thank my wife for that. But regardless, all that aside, let's talk about the Denver Nuggets. Now, the reason why I didn't want to do this video, or I was kind of pushing it off, is because this team is already built so perfectly, but 2K disrespects them. They're never that good in the simulation, so I feel like I'm going to have to make changes to the roster, even though they're already so well built. And I don't foresee the Nuggets making a ton of changes, because these pieces just fit so well together. They really do. So, if I do make some changes that are out of pocket, the reason why is because 2K, they just suck in this simulation. Denver Nuggets are not good in the sim for whatever reason, which is why I almost didn't want to do this video. But in the second round, we took Andre Jackson, 66 overall. Probably ain't going to do too much for us, but regardless, he was our pick at 57 overall. Bruce Brown declines his player option. I actually see where I could actually see it going either way. Bruce Brown has hinted that he wants to be back. Obviously, he could decline his player option and get more money from a different team. But I could definitely see a world where he accepts it. So I think we're going to try to re-sign him for a 1-year, $6 million contract, and then re-sign him next year to a longer-term deal, similar to what Bobby Portis did on the Bucks. I think Bruce Brown could easily do that as well. But free agency, we have free agents of Bruce Brown, Thomas Bryant, Reggie Jackson, and DeAndre Jordan. As cool as Reggie Jackson and DeAndre Jordan are, which I actually probably will resign both of them, maybe just because mentorship things we could do. And then I'm probably going to resign Thomas Bryant. And like I said, we're going to give Bruce Brown a 1-year deal worth of this player option that he had. And we're going to resign him to a bigger contract next year, because it's going to be kind of like, oh, he accepted his player option, which I could see him doing. So Thomas Bryant, I'm going to give a 1-year deal to as well. I don't plan on keeping him as my backup, but if we could flip him to the deadline, expiring center contract, and get like a different bench piece, I think that's going to be great. Reggie Jackson, same thing. I'm going to sign him to a deal, and then DeAndre Jordan I'm going to sign as well once we get past this. And then I think we are going to have an MLE as well, which I actually kind of want to use it on Trey Lyles, a former Denver Nugget. I think he'd be awesome off the bench here. Another floor spacer next to Nikola Jokic. Really can't ask for too much more than that. So, going to sign Bruce Brown, Trey Lyles, Reggie Jackson, Thomas Bryant, and like I said, DeAndre Jordan as well. And I don't think I'll be making any, or I guess DeAndre Jordan, maybe we didn't get it. It's fine. If we don't get DeAndre Jordan, it's not the end of the world. But regardless, he might still be, yeah, there he is. DeAndre, or that was Dwayne Dedman. Never mind. I don't know where DeAndre Jordan, oh, there he is. Okay, I'll sign him to a deal. Bring him back to Denver. Let's get this man another ring potentially. So I think that's going to be all we can do. Not a whole lot more we can do after that. So if we take a look at our roster, Jamal Murray, Reggie Jackson, KCP, and Bruce Brown. You got Peyton Watson as well, which I know a lot of Nuggets fans are excited about, if I'm not mistaken, as he could maybe be a contributor next year. Christian Brown, 73 overall. He was amazing for them in the playoffs, and just the guy that got in the draft that was able to contribute right away. So that's going to be a huge part of what teams do, I imagine. But Eric Gordon, Trey Lyles, and then Nikola Jokic, Thomas Bryant, Zeke Naj, DeAndre Jordan. So by any means is this team not locked in, because I have a bad feeling this isn't going to go super well if we just expect this to be the answer. I think we're going to have to probably make a move at the deadline to try to upgrade this roster somehow, some way. How will we do that? I'm not totally sure, but I just know for a fact that 2K disrespects this team. If the simulation is going well, then I won't change anything, but I just have a bad feeling it's not going to. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're working with this next season. I saw that Zeke Nnaji got up to a 77 overall, which is great. So if we take a look at the rotation, it's obviously going to be the same starting five that we all know that plays so well together. KCP is probably going to be the guy that's on the he's going to be the odd man out. He's such a good fit here, 3-and-D role player. He's 30 years old though, and he does have a decent salary that I can use in a trade, and he might start to go down in overall next year. But Porter, Aaron Gordon, Jokic, Trey Lyles, Bruce Brown, Zeke Nnaji, and then Thomas Bryant. I'm actually just going to run a 9-man rotation and take Thomas Bryant completely out of the rotation and have Zeke Naji be that backup center. And I know Nuggets fans are excited about him potentially, but I think he's been struggling, or he's struggled with injuries if I'm not mistaken. But if we look at our proficiency, we're listed at a 3.5 pace and space. We're going to go ahead and just move it to a balanced, I guess. I don't know if it's going to change anything. And then we're going to use the mentorship programs. All going to change some shot tendencies. I don't know who we'll be mentoring, but I got Reggie Jackson and DeAndre Jordan for a reason. So let's look at shot tendencies as well and see what those are at. So if we take a real quick look, got Jokic, of course, at a 95, which is great. Porter, I'll push up to like a 70 or an 80, something like that. Murray, I think, could be up to a 90, a little bit more. Aaron Gordon is fine. KCP is great. Najee, Bruce Brown, Trey Lyles. I think those are all good. So I'm going to go ahead and sub it this season. I don't know what to expect. I'm assuming the trade or the simulation isn't going to be in our favor. I just have a feeling we're going to be disrespected. We'll see what happens, though. I'll probably see at the deadline to make some kind of trade to upgrade the rotation for this roster. So we are stopped at the trade deadline as we're 32-23 on the season right now, and things are going decently well. I thought they'd be a lot worse, but I'm pretty excited about our record. So one thing I also forgot to do at the very beginning of the video is the Nuggets actually made a trade in real life already with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, it's not perfect because we can't even access the 2029 first right now that Denver sent. They also got a 2023 second, so I totally forgot about that. So my apologies. But we get the least variable of Oklahoma City's 2024 first round picks that they own and a 2024 second round pick, which I wasn't sure which one it is. But regardless, that is a trade I forgot to do at the beginning. But as I mentioned, I do want to try to trade Thomas Bryant's salary right now to see if I can make a big move here. So first and foremost, I'm going to take a look at the idea of including KCP and Thomas Bryant's salary together and see if that would give me anything. I don't know if it would, but I just kind of wanted to look. So Clint Capella, Kyle Lowry, Malik Monk, Jericho Sims, and Josh Green. So if I look at all these offers, none of them really stand out to me. We could trade a first round pick, but I'm not doing that trade, so we're not going to do that. So KCP is here to stay. But I do want to take a look at potentially, let's say we threw maybe Thomas Bryant and Trey Lyles together. I want to keep Trey Lyles, but I feel like if I can get like a really good backup center out of this, and maybe we can move Najee to the 4 because I know he can shoot a little bit and he's 6'9". That way he doesn't have to play backup power, or that way he doesn't have to be the backup center. Anthony Melton's a great addition as always, usually as well. Bogdan and a first round pick, and then Tim Hardaway. So none of those offers really stand out to me either. Maybe I could throw Vlado in here as well, or Vlatko. And Tillman and Luke Kennard's interesting. Jovic, obviously for the memes, we could bring Jovic and Jokic together, but I'm not going to do that either. So I do want to take a look at some of the trades around here because I do want to get a really good backup center here, like a really good one, to be honest with you. Because I know Denver didn't really play a backup center in the playoffs, but rebounding is such an important stat in 2K that I just really want a good backup center. So as we know, Washington is trying to blow it up, and one of the better backup centers in 2K is Daniel Gafford, and he's under team control for 3 more years. It seems like a no-brainer move to me. So I'm going to try to include Thomas Bryant's salary to match, obviously, what Gafford is making. Obviously, it's not going to get it done, but if I included, like, let's say, I don't know, Peyton Watson or Vlado, or I don't know if they would accept that, but let's say we just offer this straight up. What do they say? They say no. I'll offer a couple seconds. I don't know if that's going to change their minds, and they agree. Just like that, the Wizards dump salary, I guess. Thomas Bryant's expiring. They get 2 second-round picks for Daniel Gafford. The Wizards have sent Rui Hachimura in the past for 2 seconds or whatever it was, so not out of the realm of possibility that, obviously, the Wizards do it, and they're rebuilding, it seems like. So, Zeke Naji, I'm going to move to the 4 now, and then that might move Trey Lyles to the 3. I don't know. It doesn't really matter too much, but let's say we do something like this. So I have Jamal Murray, KCP, Porter, Aaron Gordon, Jokic with a backup center of Gafford, Zeke Naji, Bruce Brown, and Trey Lyles. That does kick Christian Brown in the rotation, which I do feel bad about. So I'll run a 10-man rotation for the rest of the season. We'll see how things keep going. Thomas Bryant, I wanted to use his salary, and we're able to do just that. So with Gafford coming into town, let's see if that makes us even better. Something I don't see very often is Donovan Mitchell won the MVP, which is amazing to see. Vic wins Rookie of the Year in San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl, 6th man in Indiana. Interesting. Young defensive player. Garland most improved. So you got Mitchell and Garland both bringing home awards. And then Biggerstaff Coach of the Year and Harrison is your executive. Here's your NBA first team. Of course, Jokic makes it. No surprise there. I'm doubting we're going to have another Denver Nugget here, but you never really know, and we do not. Here's your all-rookie first team and all-rookie second team. Don't think we had any impactful rookies. So we are the 3rd seed in the West, which is good. We get to play the Sacramento Kings in round 1, so we'll see how that's going to go. If we take a look at the player stats for the season, you have Jamal Murray with 26 points per game, 24, 11, and 11 if you round up for Nikola Jokic, 19.5 from Michael Porter, 12 from Aaron Gordon, 10 from Gafford with 6 rebounds and a block and a half off the bench. KCP with 10. You had 9 from Lau, 7 from Bruce Brown, and then 7 from Zeke Naji. So I think the game plan for this offseason was to use KCP's contract to get an upgrade at the 2-guard spot. We're going to have to find a player similar to what KCP brings, but we'll see if we win a championship this year. I have a bad feeling we're not going to, because once again, like I said, feels like 2K really disrespects the Nuggets in the playoffs. So I'm not expecting a whole lot here, but you never really know. We'll see what happens. We are playing the Sacramento Kings in round 1. They have De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, Herter, Keegan Murray, Sabonis, Davion Mitchell, Drummond, Mason Plumlee, and Taylor Hendricks. And I'm going to be honest, I feel like we're a much better team, so we should beat them, but you never know. Someone in current round against Sacramento. We lost game 1, and we're going to a game 7 with the Kings, which this couldn't be even close or any close than I would have wanted it to be. So game 7 in Denver. Can we please get out of round 1 and not get home or get sent home in round 1 by Sacramento, please? That would be... And that's what's happening, which I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by any means. Like I said, 2K very much disrespect the Nuggets, so I knew this would be a challenge. So we get eliminated in 7 by the Sacramento Kings, which is fine. I have some more moves up my sleeve. We'll re-sign Bruce Brown. We're going to have to try to use KCP's contract to get a really good player this offseason. You have the Cavaliers going on to win the championship, beating the Warriors in 7. Chris Paul retires the Phoenix Sun. We'll see if that actually happens in real life. Lottery time though, so we're going to be taking the least favorable of the Thunder's pick. So they got the Clippers pick. It says we have their pick, but that may not be the case. Whatever pick the Thunder have, the last pick that they have, that's the pick we get in this draft. So let's see how the lottery results go. And the Thunder have the Wizards pick, which I think the Wizards pick isn't top protected. So I think we have to send this 14th pick over to the Oklahoma City Thunder, or actually Utah's pick is even worse. So I think we take that Utah pick from them. So we'll have the 18th overall pick in the draft, according to that trade that the Nuggets and the Thunder made in real life, because the Nuggets get the least favorable. So let's make that happen. And then we're going to try to make some magic happen with KCP's contract and maybe a little bit more. We'll see if we can, or maybe we have to wait till after the draft. Who knows? So in the draft, we went ahead and selected Tyrese Proctor and Damian Collins with our 2 first-round picks that we have. Tyrese Proctor can be a backup point guard right away, or we can use him in a trade. Player options, I'm going to accept Vlatko and Andre Jackson. The player options, Browns were accepting, and Peyton Watson as well. Qualifying offers, Zeke Naji is a free agent. I do want to bring him back. And then free agency, I think Bruce Brown should be a free agent for us, which like I said last year, we'll re-sign him. We'll also re-sign Zeke Naji. So now Bruce Brown can get paid by us. We'll go ahead and give him that contract that he could have gotten last year, but he stayed with us. Isaiah Joe, honestly, could be that shooting guard upgrade we were maybe looking for KCP, and he's really cheap. You got Bogdan, Kennard, Bruce Brown, of course, we're bringing back, but that could be the guy we bring in, which would be awesome. So let's sign Bruce Brown and Isaiah Joe to deals, and then I said I could make a trade for a shooting guard, right? But we don't necessarily have to. We could still. I might, but Zeke Naji, I'm re-signing as well, bringing him back for sure. And let's take a look at what our team is going to look like now. So we still have money to sign another really good player if we want to as well. But if we take a look, without making a big trade yet, Jamal Murray, Proctor, Isaiah Joe would be a really good role player to have playing off of Jokic. I mean, he'd be exactly kind of the KCP mold, just a little bit better, overall. I don't know if he's exactly KCP, but you get what I'm saying. He won't go down. So KCP, Bruce Brown, Trey Lyles at that 3 spot. Trey Lyles, or then Zeke Naji. Christian Brown should develop a little bit more. And then we know we have Jokic and Gafford. So I mean, I could sign another really good player as well, which I probably will. We got a new backup point guard, but I'm going to sign a backup point guard as well. DeLon Wright, I mean, he's an amazing backup point guard. I think he could be great in this league. So I don't know why I said it like that. I think he'd be great on the Denver Nuggets. He's a good backup point guard already as it is. So that's going to be it. Player progression. Let's take a look. We didn't do too much. We got Isaiah Joe. I don't know if that's going to change anything, but at the trade deadline, we might make a big move. If things aren't going well, we don't see a path to winning a championship in this next season, because I really want to be a team that's going to win it. Like next year, I want to be it. So if we're not dominating the simulation, I am going to make a big move at the deadline. I literally just loaded the wrong draft class, but I'll fix that in a second. So they want to, okay, hold on. I got to cut a couple guys. Let's see. What could I cut? I think I'm going to have to cut Andre Jackson, and I'm probably going to have to cut Who do I want to cut? Vlatko. I mean, we might have to cut Vlatko as well, I think. So something like that. We don't cut anybody important. But take a look at our team. It's Jamal Murray, Isaiah Joe, Porter, Aaron Gordon, Jokic, Gafford, Najee, Christian Brown, and DeLon Wright. So that leaves Bruce Brown, Trey Lyles, KCP, all out of the rotation, which is a tough decision to make. Don't get me wrong. But if that's what 2K thinks is best, we'll roll with it. I want to match Isaiah Joe's tendency with KCP. So KCP 53-48. So I'm going to do exactly that for Isaiah Joe, and we'll do something like that. So maybe even a little bit more, 60, something like that. So let's simulate this season. We'll see how things are going. We'll feel it out. We have a bunch of salary we can use if we feel like we can make a big move. So that's probably going to be what happens at the deadline, because we got to get this team a championship today. We got to. So we're stopping the trade deadline and things are going decently well. The guy we're going for might come to a surprise, but Ochai Agbaji is shooting 45% from three. He's an 83 overall. I want him in Denver to be our starting two. Isaiah Joe's doing a great job, don't get me wrong, but Proctor, Watson, and a first-round pick for Agbaji, they don't agree to it. That's fair. I'll trade you both the seconds that I do have, and they don't agree still. Okay, I want Agbaji, though. That's going to be my dream here. So, Brown, I'm not going to throw in. Let's say I threw in Trey Lyles instead. So, Proctor, Trey Lyles, and then a few picks for Agbaji. They do agree. We got Ochai Agbaji. So, Agbaji will be our brand new shooting guard here in Denver. Someone I don't ever trade for, but I think he's going to be just perfect for what we want. So he's going to be great at the new starting shooting guard spot. And then Isaiah Joe hits the bench. Gafford is still there. And then Christian Brown. And then DeLon Wright, Bruce Brown, KCP are still not getting any minutes, which feels dirty. It really does. But I guess we're just kind of a deep team at this point. I feel like I should trade KCP for something, but I don't know what. And then leaving Bruce Brown out of the rotation also feels really bad. What I could do is I could move Bruce Brown to the 3, and I know he goes up in overall, and he might take Christian Brown's role. I guess. I don't know. It feels bad not having some of these guys playing. Like KCP, it feels dirty. That moves Brown out of the rotation, or Christian Brown, DeLon Wright, we signed for no reason, basically. So, yeah, I feel bad about it, but you know what? It is what it is. A proficiency 4-star with the Agbaji coming in. Let's keep it going. Let's see how we finish out. Garland wins MVP, Booker Rookie of the Year, Fultz 6-man, Robert Williams Defensive Player, Anthony Black Most Improved, Quinn Snyder is your Coach of the Year, Harrison is your Executive. Jokic, of course, going to make an All-NBA first team still. I don't know if we have anybody representing All Defensive, but it doesn't look like it. So, we conquered the first seed in the West once again. First seed in the Western Conference. I think the Agbaji trade was super underrated. He comes in right away and fits perfectly. Just absolutely fits exactly what we want. 14 from Isaiah Joe. Like I said, he was playing great as well. But we are so deep that there's some guys, like I mentioned, that weren't even getting minutes. Like KCP not getting any minutes, I feel very, very bad about, to be honest with you. But if we can win a championship, that's all that matters. We get Sacramento again in round 1. We lost to this team last year. I don't plan on doing it 2 years in a row. Somebody current round. Let's just get him out of our face. And please. Okay, thank you. We beat them in 6. But now, Vic versus Jokic. And they did not sign Porzingis this time. But they do have OG. And they do have D'Lo and Desmond Bane as a backcourt. So, that's a little intimidating. But I still feel really good about my team. Let's see what happens. Game 1, they're up 1-0. Game 2, even it up. Game 3, 2-1. Game 4, 3-1. And game 5, do we take care of them? Yes, we do. We're in the conference finals. Let's go. We're back, baby. And now I get to play Memphis, who is the 7th seed. And they lost Desmond Bane. Like, there's no way this team beats us. They don't. They have Bryce Sensabaugh, DiVincenzo, Jackson, Cole Anthony. Cool. That's cute off the bench. But I think we're just a way superior team. 2-0, 3-0. Yeah, get out of our face. We're on the NBA finals. We're back, baby. And now we get to play Cleveland. Cleveland is one of those teams you just hate to play. But I have a good feeling about this. I think we can still take them down. They have Okoro still as their starting 3. Collins is their backup center, which is a good addition for them. But let's see how it goes, man. Game 1, 1-0. Of course it is. Game 2, we even it up, though. Game 3, 2-1. Game 4, 2-2. This is going to be a big game 5. I'm here to win a championship. That is what I'm here to do. So let's take this one in Cleveland. And let's go back to Denver and celebrate a championship in front of our home fans once again. Come on, baby. Dig deep here. Let's take it in the land. It's not looking good. They might have this one. And it's going to be close. Yeah, they got it. So 102-119. They beat us. Do I shrink it to an 8-man rotation for this final game? I think I do. We play our 8 best players. They lose Bruce Brown in the rotation. Isaiah Joe's playing. Game 6 in Denver. Come on, baby. We got to win this one. Force a game 7 back to Cleveland, or we're just going to lose to the Cavaliers. Can we win this one? Yes, we take it back. Keep the lead, and they take it back. 4-point game with 1:20 left. Do we take the lead back? And we do not. we lose to Cleveland 24, 12, and 18, 29, and 11 from Jamal Murray. But we're on to something. I still think we can win a championship before this video is all said and done. So, did I turn this team into a dynasty? Absolutely not. We got to the finals for another season, which is great. But I still want a championship before this video is done. So, let's make sure that can happen. Aaron Gordon declines his player option. Abaji accepts his, and Brown we're accepting, of course. I'll also accept Peyton Watson. KCP is declining. So Aaron Gordon, I think Jamal Murray is also a free agent. So we're going to have to spend some money this offseason, but that's going to be okay. So Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, I won't be bringing back KCP. I feel really bad about how it's going to end for him, but we're going to bring both Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon back 100%. So let's make sure those guys are back. We won't be getting Isaiah Joe back this year, so that's going to be a big dilemma, but that's okay. I don't think we really need to sign anyone. We had so many guys completely left out of the rotation last year that I felt really bad about. So I think we have a full rotation. I think we just simply run it back. This team got really close. If Cleveland lose Donovan Mitchell, that's what's going to also matter. And Donovan Mitchell signed with the Knicks. So that's going to make the Cavaliers a lot worse. That's going to help out a ton. Do I want to do anything is the question. Do I want to make any kind of move? I think we have a full 10-man rotation. I don't think there's any need to go out there and splurge on anybody. Let's just go to player progression just to be on the safe, or just to see though. I don't think we'll need to, but if I decide I will, let's go straight to player progression and let's see where we're at. So hopefully Christian Brown goes up a little bit more as well. So everyone is up, which is great. Brown is even up. Gafford is up. DeLon Wright is going down, but he'll probably be the one that's not in the rotation. And then Bruce Brown still 77. So he'll be back, but Abaji up to an 84 is great to see. So I expect big things from him this year. Hopefully we don't have to run it back again. I think we'll be good. I don't think it's going to really matter too much. We'll go ahead and see what happens. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully we can just win a championship, and that's what's going to matter. Proficiency, 4-star balance, and that's what we want to. We just want to see, man. Can we get this championship? 8-man rotation. We'll move to a 9-man, and we'll see how this goes. So hopefully big things happen this year for us. I love our starting 5. Let's simulate. So back in action again here in the playoffs. First seed in the Western Conference. If you take a look at the player stats, you had 23.5 from Jokic with a triple-double, 23 from Jamal, 17 or 18 if you want to round up for Porter, 16 from Abaji, so that was a great get for us. Aaron Gordon with 12, Gafford with 10, 10 from Brown, 10 from Zeke Naji, and then 5 from Bruce Brown. So here we go, man. Let's go win this championship. We get the Lakers in round 1. They got Herb Jones, Isaiah Joe, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Domantas Sabonis, and LeBron James. Okay, that is a very interesting team. I don't even know how they were able to get all these pieces together. Herb Jones, what did he sign for a minimum? Yep, he sure did. Why not? And then Sabonis, 39, Giannis, the 46, LeBron, 42. Isaiah Joe on a nice little deal. Okay, very interesting. They got Isaiah Joe, who's a shooting guard playing point guard. I hope we don't lose to the Lakers in round 1, or I'm out. I'm like literally storming out my room. Let's see what happens. So my current round, they win game 1. Bro, my luck lately in 2K has been literally just not there at all. I mean, can we please just not lose in round 1 to the Lakers like this? I'm just going to be so flabbergasted. Please get back in the game. $115 and $138. 8th seeded after winning 60 games. The Lakers get eliminated, and you got the Thunder going on to win the championship. I haven't won a championship in a while, so I refuse to end off on that note. I'm running it back. That just can't happen. We're back as the first seed again, and look who it is. It's the Los Angeles Lakers once again. I'm gonna just be absolutely mauled if we lose to them. LeBron James did retire, so that should make them a lot worse, hopefully anyway. If we take a look at the player stats for this season, you had 25 from Jamal Murray, 24 from Jokic, 19 from Porter, 16 from Abaji, 11 from Aaron Gordon, and 10 from Christian Brown. It's safe to say this is the last run. If we don't win here, then I guess we're just not winning a championship. Please, for the love of everything, get out of round 1. Please, man, please. And why couldn't we have done that last year? Literally, why couldn't we have? I mean, LeBron, I guess, was still there. Regardless, get to play the Jazz now, who have Tatum in Utah, Colin Sexton, Noah Clowney, Walker Kessler, Corey Kispert, Zach Collins, and Amin Thompson. So game 1, 1-0. Game 2, they even it up. This is Battle of the Altitudes, by the way. 2-1. Can we go up 3-1? Yes, we can. Can we get to the conference finals? No. Please don't. Game 7. All right, here we go. Here goes nothing. Game 7 in Denver. Please don't lose here. Please get back to the conference finals. It's not looking good. And 2K hates the Nuggets. It's official. It's official. 2K hates the Denver Nuggets. All right. My drought of not winning a championship in 2K continues. You got the Thunder going on to beat the Hornets in 7. So that will be how the video ends. I'm sure it was my fault to some of you guys. Whatever. Regardless, I'm out. Thank you guys for watching. As always, this is Crushables. I was not able to turn the Nuggets into a dynasty. And I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.